Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. Today we are going to the beautiful violet planet called Eve. We're going to land there and we're going to gather signs. And of course, because we're going to Eve, we are going one way. There will be no going back, and because of that we are not taking any of our Kerbonauts with us. We are only taking this small robotic body or probe, and we're going to land it safely, get the signs, and be happy about it. It is also almost a new year, so I'm going to say it up front, there will be no video tomorrow, and maybe not even on the 1st of January. But there will be definitely a video on the 2nd of January.
Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds.
So, let us begin.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
And we have a safe launch. We're starting only with solid rocket boosters. And our second stage will be solid rocket boosters again. For the reasons, because we can. As we've already seen the orbital ascent many times, it is going to be sped up. And there will be nothing out of the ordinary, just the usual orbit. We are losing our asparagus stage, and we are almost there. And as you can see, we have much more fuel than we need. A lot more. It is the common theme of our rockets. Build more, not less. And here we're doing our final circularization, and let's find the proper place for our maneuver node. That is not the proper place. Maybe somewhere here? Yep. Right on target. So let's do some tweaking. I think at some point I will stop doing this usual stuff and will only tweak the encounter when we are already out of the sphere of influence of Kerbin. But for now, I'm going to continue doing it. Even though it's practically useless, as we never get to the same encounter as the maneuver node predicts. But regardless, we have our encounter, we have our maneuver node, and all we have to do is execute it. Here we go. And it looks like we are not going to use our interplanetary stage at all. From one point, it's waste. From the other point, we can do much more precise Eve capture and not rely on hardcore error braking, which can destroy our ship or let us land somewhere we don't want to. So I think it is quite okay. And here you can see the very strange bug with the Kerbal Space Program. It would not allow me to place maneuver node. Of course, being such seasoned space engineer, I should be able to do this all by just looking at the map, looking at the nav ball, and doing it all manually, but I'm not that cool. If you want someone that cool, go watch Scott Manley. And we are getting into some kind of semi-equatorial orbit around the planet Eve, and it looks nice for our purpose. So let's time warp to our node and execute it. And as you can see, we still have approximately 50 meters per second delta V in our stage. So it is probably going to last us until the error break-in. And here we are, near not Duna, we are going to Eve. So let's create this maneuver node here, which will allow us to do a completely equatorial orbit, although we don't really need it because we are not planning to leave, and it doesn't really matter if we land on the equator or on pole or anywhere else. So let's do some high orbit science because we haven't done all of it, and send it back home. Alright, we are almost done. Just a little bit more and we will be able to time warp closer to Eve and begin our error capture. So let's do that. Now let's orient retrograde and enjoy the view. So we're almost entering the atmosphere. Let's retract our solar panels and see if we can do some more science in the lower orbit. Okay. Error capture is not exactly working, so we are going to burn a little bit. And we are going to do our lower orbit science. Good. And now, instead of burning all of our fuel, we're going to do a couple of orbits around the Eve, and each orbit is going to lower our apoapsis, and we're also going to help it with our engines. Just like that. And a little bit more. Perfect. And some more. This time we are going to do only error braking without burning the fuel. And I think it's the last orbit, or maybe there will be another one. In any case, we are almost done with our braking maneuver. Yeah, there will be another one. Our apoapsis is lower than 180 kilometers. And we think we found a nice spot for the landing. And let's just burn retrograde until we get some nice landing spot. Perfect. We had just enough fuel for our deorbiting burn. Of course, we could have done it by just lowering our periapsis, or even just waiting, because we were already error braking around the planet. But that would leave our landing spot to chance, and it could have been that we would land in ocean, and we don't want that. Alright, while we are falling very slowly through the thick atmosphere, let's get all the science that we can. And let's time warp until we get closer to the ground. As you can see, because Eve's atmosphere is so thick, we don't really need too many parachutes, and 2 parachutes that we have are sufficient, or even more than sufficient. And gentle touchdown, which will happen now. Good. So all we have left is we need to extend our solar panels, get the signs from the surface of the planet, and transmit it back home. Everything looks nice. The pressure is extreme, the temperatures are extreme, and gravity is also very bad. It is a wonder that our probe is still alive and that our solar panels were not broken off. So let's start sending our signs. And accelerate this time period to 8 times normal speed. And it's been sent. We are getting our nice science points. And let's get the last bits of it by reusing some of our experiments, which are still generating some kind of signs. Alright, and it's all we can do on planet Eve with this spaceship. So all we have to do now is get into our R&D department and see what we can unlock. We can get those big solar panels, probe bodies, but what we really want to get is Rapier engines. Those are very cool. They act as both jet engines and as rocket engines. So we will be able to build a very nice SSTO, which will only use 1 or 2 engines of the same type. Anyway, it is time for me to say thank you all for watching. Remember to like, dislike and comment this video in the section below. My name is Darlock and I wish you all Happy New Year, Merry Christmas and any other kind of holiday which you might be celebrating during this time. Again, there will be no video tomorrow. There will be video maybe on the 1st of January, maybe not, but there will be one on the 2nd. Until then, goodbye.